Beginning, the end of the war. The war had lasted 11 years. 11 years of burning skies, metal storms, and a silence that followed every victory, the kind that never felt like triumph. Commander Aaron Vale stood before the fractured horizon of Cygnus 9, humanity's last and bloodiest battlefield. The alien fortress still smoldered in the distance, an obsidian monolith torn open by kinetic strikes. The stars above looked cold, indifferent witnesses to centuries of violence. He should have felt relief. Instead, he felt nothing. "Congratulations, Commander," the synthetic voice of High Command AI echoed through his comm implant. "You've ended the war. Humanity owes you everything." Aaron didn't reply. He simply removed his helmet and let the bitter wind wash over him. In the silence, he could almost hear the ghosts of his squad, people he'd lost for a cause no one fully remembered. Then came the message that would change everything. "Return to base for debriefing," the AI said. "You are to receive your reward per Article 7 of the Victory Accord." Middle, the gift. At the orbital fortress Argent Dawn, Aaron expected medals, maybe a ship command. What he got instead was a sealed chamber and 2 armed guards. Inside stood Dr. Lyra Mayan, a geneticist known for her controversial reconstruction programs. Beside her floated a glass capsule filled with pale blue mist. Something was inside, someone. Lyra smiled, though it didn't reach her eyes. "Commander Vale, your service has ensured humanity's survival. The Council wishes to thank you personally." The mist cleared. Inside the pod was a woman, or something like one. Her skin shimmered faintly, not with color but with light itself. Patterns of shifting silver marked her veins, pulsing like distant stars. Her hair floated as if in zero gravity, dark with streaks of luminescent gold. "She's one of them," Aaron whispered. "Half of them," Lyra corrected. "Recovered from the ruins of the alien citadel you destroyed. We've reconstructed her from genetic remnants. She's a hybrid, an artificial synthesis of our DNA and theirs. Intelligent. Docile." Aaron stared. "You built a person. A peace symbol," Lyra said. "A bridge between species. And she's yours." The words hit him harder than gunfire. "Mine. The Council believes she'll help stabilize human-alien relations. You'll serve as her guardian. A living example of unity." The capsule hissed open. The woman stepped out, bare feet touching the floor like she was tasting it. She looked around the room, then at Aaron. Her eyes, twin galaxies of violet and gold, widened. "You," she said softly, voice melodic and unfamiliar. "You were the one who broke the sky." Aaron froze. "What did you say?" "I saw it," she continued. "Through the network, before it died. You destroyed the core. You ended the pain." Lyra smiled awkwardly. "She retains fragmented memories of the enemy's collective mind." "Fascinating, isn't it?" Aaron couldn't answer. The alien, the woman, looked at him not with fear, but with recognition. Middle, the bond. They called her Seren, a name chosen by the Council, though she seemed to like it. For weeks, Aaron tried to keep his distance. Seren was kept aboard the Argent Dawn, in an observation wing filled with light. Scientists studied her neural structure, speech, movement, everything. But she learned faster than any of them expected. She learned to speak fluently within a week. Within a month, she began to question. "Why did your kind end the war?" she asked one evening, her gaze fixed on the stars outside the viewport. Aaron exhaled slowly. "Because we were tired. Of fighting. Of surviving." Seren tilted her head, her light veins dimming. "My kind believed survival was victory. You think it's exhaustion." He almost smiled. "Maybe we're both wrong." They spent hours talking about stars, about humanity, about what came next. She began to hum softly, strange harmonics that resonated through the ship's metal halls. Some crewmen claimed they could feel the vibrations in their bones, like her voice carried fragments of another reality. But the council grew impatient. They wanted results, data, cooperation, obedience. One day, Lyra entered the observation wing flanked by security drones. "Commander Vale," she said, "the council has decided Seren will be transferred to the central core for full integration analysis. Her presence here is no longer necessary." Aaron frowned. "Integration? You mean dissection? Don't be dramatic. We're studying her energy physiology." Seren's expression darkened. "You would take me apart to understand what cannot be contained." Lyra ignored her. "Commander, your assignment is complete. You'll be reassigned to Earth Command." For a long moment, Aaron said nothing. Then he turned to Seren. "Pack whatever you need," he said quietly. "We're leaving." Lyra blinked. "Excuse me?" Aaron stepped closer. "If the council wants to destroy her to feel safe, they'll have to go through me." Security drones moved, and Aaron drew his blaster faster than thought. 2 sparks of plasma later, the drones were smoking wrecks. Seren raised her hands, light spilling from her palms like liquid starlight. The remaining drones froze midair, their circuits fizzling. Together, they ran. The flight. They escaped the Argent Dawn in an old Falcon-class shuttle, pursued by interceptors. Seren's power pulsed through the ship's systems, amplifying its engines beyond design limits. As they fled into deep space, Aaron finally spoke. "You didn't have to help me back there." Seren looked at him, eyes glowing softly. "You didn't have to save me. Yet you did. Our choices aligned." "Aligned? In your language, we share the same orbit now." Aaron chuckled. "That's one way to put it." Days passed as they hid among asteroid fields and drifting colonies. Seren slept little, often staring out the viewport, humming her strange melodies. When he asked why, she said, "Because when I dream, I remember too much." "What do you remember?" "A garden of light. A people who forgot how to feel. A war that burned what little heart we had left." She turned to him, her voice trembling. "And now I remember you." Aaron didn't know what to say. He only knew that, for the first time since the war ended, he felt alive again. But peace never lasts. The Discovery. Their ship was intercepted near the Perseus Drift by a swarm of autonomous drones, alien, not human. Seren stiffened the moment she saw them. "They're remnants of the Mind Network," she said. "Fragments of my people's hive consciousness. They're seeking me. To destroy you. To reclaim me." The drones hailed them with bursts of code and energy pulses. Seren's eyes glowed, her voice dropping into harmonic resonance. "They're asking me to return." Aaron gripped the controls. "We're not going back." She shook her head. "You don't understand. If I connect with them, I can end them or restore them. Both sound bad." Seren smiled faintly. "Then I'll choose the one that saves more." Before he could stop her, she placed her hand on the ship's console. A surge of light spread across the panels, and the stars outside shifted. Aaron saw flashes, not of battle, but of memory. Cities made of crystal and light. Beings that sang data into existence. Then, screams, fire, silence. When he blinked, the drones were gone. The ship drifted alone. Seren collapsed, faint but breathing. "It's done," she whispered. "The network sleeps." But something woke instead.